Back to Clark Park, Tucson, Arizona for the men's semifinals of wall ball, 3-wall, and we are in the dark, Dave. What a great event that we've had here. Once we got the matches on, in between the rainstorms, it's been a lot of fun. Dave Fink with Dave Vincent as Chava Cordova goes up against Brian Medina here, number 1 versus number 4. As we get underway. Dave, explain the scoring on this one.
We're playing best 2 out of 3 games to 15. Every point counts. So if you serve the ball short, that's the receiver's point.
You know, I sometimes like returning the serve with the format like this, the rally scoring.
Well, the serve is not nearly the weapon in big ball that it is in small ball. You see a lot longer rallies because you're not seeing those ace serves and the weak returns.
So Medina steps in with his first serve. He already has 1 point.
Medina comes in here, Dave, as the top seed, having won both of his Icebreaker big ball starts. But there's some chatter next to us in the booth that why is Medina the top seed? You know, Chava has won so many big ball tournaments. Chava comes into this match as the favorite in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah, and Samson Hernandez, and also another favorite is Oscar.
Right.
And so you're saying, well, Brian Medina, everyone's kind of like giggling a little bit, but he's won everything out here.
Right. And he's got a chance to prove it now.
I like how the players started playing without the referee.
Or a coin toss. We've not seen Chava in a couple of years, Dave.
He still looks the same.
Exactly the same. Such a great, amazing player. Dynamic, athletic. He's the kind of guy you watch. It takes one swing and you say, that's a professional athlete right there. Smooth, powerful, fit.
He has a great attitude on the court.
Mm-hmm.
He's in his 30s now, I believe.
Still looks like he could be in his early 20s. Now, Dave, this is just one difference between big ball and small ball. During that rain delay, Dave, where you were blow torching and squeegeeing and sweeping, the big ball players went to LA Fitness.
Yeah.
Down the street. They played for 4 hours.
I know, it's incredible.
Texting me, are the courts dry yet? Just let us know.
I kept getting notifications on my phone, and they were posting Facebook Live videos, and I was like, "What are you? How are these guys down the street from here?"
Yeah. Could you imagine small ball guys going and playing more during a tournament?
No. Complaining more, yes.
Yeah.
But playing more, no. Chava looks flat right now as Brian Medina up 6-3.
And I believe Chava also played in the small ball singles.
Yeah.
As did Brian. Brian's also in the small ball doubles. So 3 divisions for the champ. These outdoor events, Dave, are kind of like track and field. There's so many events. So many chances to win. You go to a race for 8 event, Dave, and there's one winner. You come out here and the ice is just pouring at will.
Yeah, we ran out of ice. That's how many.
It's actually true. Maybe the first true thing we've ever said.
It's funny that in the tournament where the temperatures are the coolest it's ever been, the ice all melted.
Well, we have so many champions that it's been used, dumped. Chava making a bunch of errors here.
Like the handball gods heard that buildup you gave him.
These guys are from Southern California, Dave, but they rarely play because Brian doesn't enter the big ball tournaments in Southern California. How can you defend against that shot, Dave?
Can't.
I mean, Brian hits a perfect high drive down the right, a couple inches from the right wall, and Chava takes it with an overhand spike into the right corner. Amazing.
Here's a view of that sun setting as we turn the lights on at Clark Park in Tucson, Arizona. What a great view we have here.
Truly the field of dreams. I'm waiting for some handball players to start walking out of the beanstalk. Is that what it's called?
Shoeless Joe Kaplan.
Medina with a comfortable lead here. 10-6 in rally scoring, Dave, is hard to overcome when you're playing to 15. Because you only have to win about 1 out of 3 of the remaining rallies to win the game from 10-6.
That's right.
So it's a big hole to dig out of. You have to play pretty much perfect ball.
Chava needs to start doing some digging.
Right.
And there's the first scoop from his shovel. First time that this facility has had lights. First time that we've done a broadcast as afternoon turns to evening, Tucson, Arizona, outdoor at Clark Park. We weren't sure how bright it would be for us, but the players aren't complaining. It does look a little dark here on camera, but I don't think it appears that way when you're on the court. I'm not sure, Dave. How about you?
Oh, I thought it was excellent. I had some anxiety about playing under the lights, but that was quickly dismissed once I was in there.
Also, the weather is perfect right now.
Yeah.
Seems like the whole tournament should be ran from this point on. Little break in the weather here also, which is nice. It's been raining off and on today.
In 18 icebreakers, we've had 2 rain delays, both today.
Surprised they did not play that over.
I don't think that's an over.
No, it isn't. I'm surprised it isn't. Medina was clearly screened. Chava looked back at him to see if he was trying to signal to the ref, but Medina didn't say anything. Medina and both Shorty Ruiz and a couple other of the big ball players that also cross over seem to have 2 different personalities when they play. They know how to navigate themselves emotionally on the outdoor court versus the indoor court.
There's a different, you're right.
Kind of a cadence or a,
Right.
I don't know, an environment that they know that they can't or can go into. It's kind of
Right.
interesting. Here's a great view here in the dark of Clark Park.
It's almost like if you were going to play pickup basketball as opposed to playing in the NBA. You're not going to act the same way.
Yeah, you know exactly what you can get by with.
Wow, what a shot. That's how you close out the first game.
And it's done for Medina here on the first game.
Watch this shot here. Perfect.
And how he just flips it into that side wall. Takes game number 1, 15-10. Brian Medina defeating Chava Cordova here in game number 1. We'll have number 2 coming up around the corner. Dave Fink alongside Dave Vincent with the World Players of Handball. This is Icebreaker number 2 in Tucson at Clark Park. Coming back in here for game number 2.
Looking forward to this second game. Chava had some good moments in that first game, but once he found himself trailing 11-6, almost impossible to come back and win from there. Now it's a nice start for Brian. Left-handed first strike fly kill. Brian's first icebreaker win out here, Dave, came against Shorty Ruiz in the final, and I think a lot of people would have expected Shorty to win that, and Brian won that comfortably. And then Brian takes out Lucho Cordova in the second Big Ball Icebreaker championship for him. Also in 2 games. And he said about these top players coming from Southern California, I love that. I love the best competition being here. That's what really motivates him, he told me.
That's a great shot right there from Chava.
Have to hit the ceiling so close to the front wall in big ball to make it effective. And Brian pinches it perfectly there.
Seems like Brian's got that shot down.
He's so relaxed. He does not overplay anything, Brian. His court positioning is great. Does not waste energy. And Chava will look back on this match and kick himself for all the errors that he's made. And you see, that's a point here for Chava. It's clearly out.
Chava just looks like he's tired to me. Just watch his mannerisms, especially when he walks to the backcourt. He just is not holding himself right.
Well, he's been playing for
all day,
10 hours straight.
I know, and indoor at LA Fitness when there was a rain delay.
Right.
But not official tournament play, just practice fun matches.
But also a lot of tournament matches.
Yeah.
And twice as many practice matches.
Score here is 5-4 in game number 2. First game going to Brian Medina.
Brian ceding the momentum there with that out serve, and now Chava's getting himself back into this match.
Nice. That ball just touches the sidewall at the very last second. Nothing Brian can do there.
No.
The only way he could have got that ball back is if he would have misplayed that serve before it hit that sidewall.
Brian was down match point in his first round this morning, Dave. 14-14. Rally scoring. Could have been out of this tournament. Another error here from Chava. That's a great lead from Brian. Very hard to let those balls go, and a lot of times you see players letting them go and they drop in.
Definitely a point.
Yes.
You know, you said it earlier, but Brian does not talk on the court. He has no emotion whatsoever,
Right.
positive or negative. You don't see anything coming out of it.
No. Well, that goes back to what I said. He does not waste any energy. They're talking about whether that was a hinder or not.
It definitely was not a hinder. That ball hit the ground in a place where Chava wasn't heading.
But I think it was called a hinder.
It might have been, but it just wasn't.
No, definitely not. That's Brian's favorite shot, that cross-court wrong-footed pass. But Chava's able to neutralize it. Sets himself up for that right-handed kill.
I thought Brian's best shot was that defensive left-handed kind of roundhouse that he pushes right back down the left wall. And he does it from awkward positions and It looks like the ball passes him and he's able to catch up to it, but somehow he's able to slice it right back down the same wall. I've seen him do it so many times. Right there, that's the shot. It's this one that he directs right back down the wall with his offhand. He's off balance, it looks like, but he has so much control.
Chava has hit 7 balls long in this match.
One that he questioned.
So 30% of Brian's points have come on Chava hitting the ball out.
Not good.
No.
See, look at Chava walking around with his head down. He might look like he's still 18 years old, but walking around like he's put on 20 years of handball on those knees.
Well, I just don't think he's given himself enough opportunity to rest. He drove in all night to get here, and he played all day. And your legs just won't be that fresh under those conditions.
I think we have a timeout here being called on the court. You're watching the Icebreaker number 2 in Tucson, Arizona with Dave Vincent and Dave Fink. You know, I kind of agree with Brian on that. A ball goes up there and hits those rivets that are on the court that kind of hold that roof down.
Yeah, that is a court hinder here.
Good shot from Chava.
Crucial moment there for Brian. I thought I heard the score called 12-9, Dave. 3-9. Some great handball here.
All tied at 11. Yeah, I think you're hearing a side court because the score was 10-12 on a side court.
Right.
It's a nice shot there from Medina, who gets the 12th point. Is that the spoiler? Would you call it a San Antonio spoiler?
Yes.
If it's underhand?
Oh, no.
I don't circle scorecards anymore, but I would right now. 13-11 after that little missed dump shot from Chava, and then calling a timeout as we take a quick look at the facility here under the lights, Tucson, Arizona. 17th and 18th of September, another one will be happening. All the top players will be in attendance. Eeks, there it is. He takes it. That's an upset, don't you think?
Well, that's a statement victory from Brian. We weren't really sure what to expect coming in here. Remember, we haven't seen Chava play in 3 or 4 years. Brian has won his only 2 stops here, so kind of a toss-up matchup, and Brian really validates what we've been seeing.
Well, he's going to face either Samson Hernandez or Oscar Sordia in the final. We want to thank you for watching this one. 15-10, 15-11. Brian Medina advances to the men's big ball final.